morning, yogis. I'd like to share another meditation with you. Tonight, South Africa is going into lockdown, so we'll have lots of time to spend on our mats. I sometimes feel I'm in a movie. You know, you switch from this can't be real, no, it's really happening. If you've never heard, just a side note, if you've never heard of the 5 phases of grief, it's a model. It's a beautiful model. Just Google it. It shows you the 5 emotions. And when you meditate, it's actually really nice to see where you're at. So you can go from a space of denial, where you're like, no, this is not happening, it won't come to us, it won't come to me, to a space, you go forward and back. There's no chronological order. To maybe bargaining, you go, okay, it's happening, but it will stay far from us. So you start to like almost negotiate or bargain within your own thoughts and emotions. Then there might be anger. You might feel angry, and it might not be directly related to the topic. You might actually get angry at your kids, or might get angry at your husband. And then when you step back, you go like, oh, that was maybe not necessary. It's just an emotion of anger inside you because you can't control the situation, or you're angry that you can't work, or you're angry at the world, or whatever. But the emotion can just be there, and it can express itself in a very different place. And then there is a depression. I'm fortunate that I don't suffer from depression, but for me, translated depression, I get more into a space of fear for the future, for myself, for my family, a bit of anxiety, restlessness. So yeah, that's another one. And then there is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean that I'm totally cool with the situation. No, you've accepted that. The emotions that come up and present themselves do not take over your life. So you're not consumed by them, but you're aware of them, you can observe them, you can accept the situation, and you can deal with it. A beautiful visual picture is like those little stacked stones standing in the middle of the river. So yes, the river is running, and it's running fast and it's running crazy, but you stay connected, you stay grounded, and meditation can really help. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. It's helped me a lot with letting go of anything that doesn't go according to plan, whether that's relationship based or losing a loved one. And we're at the moment all in a space of grief and loss because everything or lots of stuff is being taken away from us. Our safety, everything is unknown. My job has been taken away from me for a while, certain retreats that I plan to organize. So maybe that helps you. But let's now come into meditation. So this is a 15-minute meditation where we simply just check in. Check in the chaos, what we're feeling. So there's no judgment, there's no attachment, it's just an observation. So please come into a nice comfortable seat. Take a deep breath in and a nice sigh out. Let's do that again. Deep inhale, sigh it out. Last time, deep breath in. Let the sigh be soft. Exhale. Place your hands on your legs, close your eyes. Know that when the palms are faced up, you are more in a space of receiving, of maybe sharing. Maybe today we'll put our palms down. It's more a grounding sensation and more of an internal energy. So it's more like, okay, I'm with myself, I'm going to stay with myself. For these next 15 minutes, I'm just going to be here for myself. Keep your eyes closed. I'll guard the time. What do you notice when you sit still like this? There's no judgment, there's no attachment. How does your body feel? Are there places in your body that are maybe a little bit sensitive, tense? Just notice it. Some of us carry more of our emotions in our shoulders. Some of us carry our emotions more into our hips. Or you might have an injury, and then you might notice that when you are coming into this what we call fight and flight response, when your central nervous system is triggered because things are all a bit unsafe and unknown, those injuries or those sensitive places start to play up. It's where tension gets hold into your body, into your cells, and that's alright. It's totally normal, but it's really nice to be aware of. And then let's focus on the most wonderful tool that we've been given, which is our breath. It's with you always. Can you slow down your breath? Can you deepen the breath? Soften the skin on your face and soften your jaw. If it helps you, you can count your breaths for around 4 to 6 slow counts to breathe in, and 4 to 6 counts to breathe out. We'll do that 3 times together. So take a soft breath in, and then exhale. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2. Inhale 4, 3, 2. Exhale 4, 3, 2. We can expand, so inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay with that breath. You can make it 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6. You can even go 4 and 6. You can exhale longer than inhaling. It actually calms down the central nervous system even more. Observe the sensations in the body. The different bodies you have, I compare them as layers of an onion. So we've now focused on the physical. Let's go and maybe you can notice your energy, your energetical body. From 1 to 10. Do you feel like you have a lot of energy, or are you feeling more towards depleted? I sometimes compare it to charging up a battery. Your battery can be red, your battery can be orange, or your battery can be green, and there's no judgment or attachment. It's just an awareness. You one day you feel, oh, I'm totally into the green part of my energy, I'm full of energy, and other days not so much. But to be aware of it is magical, because then you can adopt your lifestyle choices of the day accordingly. Maybe maybe do a little less, or maybe do a little more. Maybe do a little bit more calming things rather than uplifting, energizing things. And the more you practice this, sitting still and checking in with yourself, the easier it becomes to become aware of the subtle differences. So I really invite you to do this meditation, maybe even daily. Can be in the morning, can be in the afternoon, any time that you've got 15 minutes for yourself, or actually you allow yourself to gift yourself those 15 minutes. Come back to this meditation. Stay with the breath. Soften your jaw. Soften the skin on your face. And sometimes when we sit, the attention wanders, our mind, body. And that's okay. It can really help to just simply bring your breath back to your breath. I mean, your attention back to your breath. So go back to that counting. What's going on in the mind? What kind of thoughts pop up? Just observe. Are there lots of different thoughts? Or is there one specific thought that kind of lingers? And that's alright. Observe them. You can give them a name. You can give them a color. And then just let go of them. They might come back soon or not. Stay with those slow, deep in and exhales. And then let's go to that emotional body. Emotions, there's so many. There's so many emotions. And the more you practice tapping into your emotions, maybe the easier it becomes to identify or to observe what emotions you're actually feeling. Because it's an interesting and sometimes confusing body and world. And again, there's no judgment whether you feel very clear about your emotion or maybe it is not so clear. It's okay. Just practicing. And there are a beautiful list of emotions. So if you are a person that it's challenging for you to tap into your emotional body, check it out. Go and maybe Google, and then next time when you are sitting here, you might glance through that little list. Often they are categorized in positive and negative emotions, but all emotions are good. They're all fine. It's what you do with them that makes a difference. So you have the right to be feeling anxious, you have the right to feel angry. Maybe you're joyful today and that's even a weird feeling. And that's all right. Stay with the breath. And some people also refer to the spiritual body, whether you are open and interested into spirituality, you can translate that in your own way. It doesn't have to be religious, it can be. It is up to you. For me, my spirituality is very often linked to how connected I feel to myself and people around me. So when I feel a sense of exclusivity, that I am apart from the people around me, where I start comparing and competing, for me that means that my spiritual body is at a low. And when I notice that, I try to get to a higher self. And for me that's quite, I try to keep it simple. So for me that means I try to understand why I'm competing and why I am creating this barrier between myself and the world and the lovely people around me. Why there is that resistance. And I feel more connected to my higher self when I feel a sense of union, when I recognize myself in others, when I recognize both their joy that exists in me, but also their sadness and their challenges. We are going through life as a journey alone and together at the same time. We come across similar obstacles. So if we can recognize that in others, our hearts are immediately connected. That's just my translation, so please feel free. Spirituality is an interesting topic to feel that in your own way. 2 minutes of stillness. Notice your breath, slow and deep breaths in and out of your nose. Now that you've done this beautiful check-in with yourself, can you set an intention that corresponds to what you have discovered and observed that you need today? How can you be the closest to yourself, grounded, even though your battery might be low? Or maybe if your battery is low, calmness, self-compassion is what you can practice, and it's the intention that you take off your mat. Maybe it's kindness, and if this is all new to you, gratitude. Gratitude is a beautiful intention to, throughout your day, keep your eyes and your heart open to things that you can be grateful for. from my heart to your heart. Namaste. Please feel free to send me any messages, any comments, any requests. I'm here for you.